Welcome back to Grandpa's Time. Hey grandkids. Today I'm attempting to sharpen my lawnmower blade. So always wear safety glasses. And I'm just going to take pictures mostly because I just only have two hands. But I'll try to walk you through it the best I can so you can do it yourself. I've got the lawnmower lifted up to access the blade. I'm going to use a socket and a ratchet, a 16mm socket, to take the blade off. Now that I've got the blade off, you can see the pits in the blade and how jagged it is. I'm going to use this 4-inch grinding wheel with a flap disc to polish it out and make it look a little better. I should be wearing gloves for this, but I wasn't. But you want to wear gloves for a project like this. I was sitting outside instead of putting it on a bench grinder because I needed to keep an eye on a couple of you grandkids while I was doing this little project. Once you've got all the pits ground out and all the dents are ground out, I like to put it on something like this. I bought this at Ace. It's a blade balancer. That side's still got to take a little more metal off that side. The blade needs to be balanced because otherwise you'll damage your engine, ruin your lawnmower. So you need to make sure that both sides are evenly balanced. Get back over here, that's too far. I think I'm going to call that even. Oh, check it with a measuring tape. I need 3 hands. Now I have to put the 2x4 on the opposite side to make sure the blade gets good and tight. This is the only way I could figure out how to stop the blade from moving. Hey grandkids, there's just another couple things I wanted to go over about that video. Number one, like I had said, wear gloves when you're doing a project like that. So when I lifted the lawnmower to access the lawnmower blade, I lifted it up like that and I used an old lawnmower to hold it down. I could have used one of my grandkids if they weren't running around playing, or my wife, grandma. But instead, I just found some weight and used it. That is fine. There's another way to do it where you take the lawnmower, if it's sitting like this, and you can turn it sideways. Now, the problem with doing that is you'll get oil in the top of the engine. And then it gets hard to start. You need to let it settle, and it's a pain in the butt. The way to counteract that is you can pull start. When you pull it, and you've got the pull start, you pull it until it gets really tight. Don't pull it past that. You just pull it until it gets really tight, and that's supposed to bring the piston up into the top of the engine, and it'll make the space a lot smaller, so a lot less oil will get in there. I didn't need to do that, and I didn't see any point in doing that because it will be harder to start, and I just didn't want to do it that way. But it is possible, if you need to access it that way, that you can do it that way. The biggest thing is lawnmower blades, they tend to, if you're not careful, you always want to go through your lawn and pick up any rocks or toys or any of that stuff so that it's not hitting them. When it hits a rock or whatever, that's what puts those pits and dents and dings into the blade. And then eventually it won't cut your grass evenly, and that's what I was having trouble with this time. And every year you should do this. So at least take it off and inspect it. And I would normally put it in a vise and do it with the grinder and take my time, but like I said, I had to do it outside. That's fine too. If you don't have a grinder, you can use a long file and just file it down, and that'll work just great. It's just going to take you a lot longer. There's also, we have something called a Dremel, and there's an adapter for the Dremel that'll also do the lawnmower blades. Works pretty well too, but this way works pretty good. I've got the grinder, I've got the flapper disc. If you grandkids need to use my tools, just let me know. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, either call Grandpa and ask me, or if you're not one of my grandkids, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. What's the green hose called?
Diesel.
Yes. What do I put the diesel in?
Your truck.
Very good.